So what's going on, guys? Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about the diesel shortage that everyone is speaking of, so stay tuned. So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Carrasco Ranch. My name is Robert, if this is your first time tuning in. So as you may have seen in all the news outlets, that there is a diesel shortage looming over us. Of course, you know, there's shortages of everything, so why not make another scary announcement, right? But yeah, so you may have seen it, you know, it's all over the place. There's diesel shortage this, we have 25 days supply of this. So we're gonna go over what is all that speculation, what is all that talk about, what are they even talking about? And then we're also gonna dive into why is it a big deal? Why is diesel so important? As most of our vehicles run on gasoline, right? So we're gonna go ahead and dive into that video. Before we do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on this video. It helps out with the channel, it helps out with the algorithm. And I hope you gain some content. Hope you gain some value from this content. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So like I said, there's articles all over the internet, surfacing all over the internet, stating that there is a diesel shortage. So what they are implying is the first article that came out was saying there's a 25-day supply of diesel oil or diesel fuel. So what they're implying is that if all the refineries and we stopped importing diesel from overseas, that the current supply we have on hand would last us 25 days. That's what they were implying by saying that there's a diesel shortage, because typically we have a stockyard of more than 25 days. So all they're saying is that we're dwindling down to 25 days of supply, assuming everything came to a standstill and we were not importing diesel fuel from overseas and all the refineries stopped working, stopped operating. We would be able to survive for 25 days without any of those processes going on. That is not very likely, though. That is not likely that we are going to stop importing diesel fuel or that all the refineries are going to shut down simultaneously at the same time. That's just not very likely. It's just another scary headline that they are throwing out there to scare the people. But yes, there is a 25-day supply that we have on reserves. Now we're going to get into why is diesel even important? Why are people even worried about diesel, right? Most people that are writing these articles don't even drive diesel vehicles, right? So why it's important is because the world, the economy, everything is transported using diesel vehicles. The world runs on diesel fuel. You may or may not know this. I know a lot of you guys on my channel are subscribers, and y'all usually are, you know, y'all know about diesel. Y'all know what that is. Y'all are either 18-wheeler drivers, oil field workers, or y'all have diesel vehicles. I know most of you guys know, but there's a lot of other people who may be tuning into this video who don't know anything really about diesel. So that's what this video is intended for, is to kind of show what's the importance of diesel. So you got your trains. Some run on coal, but you got trains that also run on diesel. You have 18-wheelers that run on diesel. You have farm equipment that runs on diesel. You have construction equipment that runs on diesel. You have steamboats. Not steamboats. I know that there are some boats that runs on diesel. Cargo ships, generators, diesel backup generators. You have a lot of equipment that runs on diesel. Why it's important is because, okay, your 18-wheelers are what transport your food to the grocery stores. They're what transport goods from the manufacturers to your department store. Food, clothing, shelter, all that stuff is transported usually by 18-wheelers on diesel-fueled vehicles. So farm equipment, tractors, things like that, they run on diesel fuel. If this was to happen, that there was a shortage, farmers will not have access to diesel fuel. Mind you, some farmers do have a stockpile of maybe 500, 250 gallons of diesel fuel in reserves on their property, but not all do. And this is a hypothetical situation, right? So if the farmer did not have access to diesel fuel, there was a shortage, that farmer would not be able to plow their fields. They would not be able to bring crops to the market because they can't run their tractors, they can't run their harvesting equipment using their diesel fuel. They don't have diesel fuel, so how can they harvest, you know, their produce? So generators, a lot of these big mainstream generators, they run on diesel fuel. they're diesel generators. When hospitals go out, they usually don't run on gasoline generators. They usually run on diesel generators. So that's why it's important, you know, to have other lives on the line relying on that diesel fuel inside that diesel generator. The next thing would be construction. Construction crews would not be able to get to their job sites. There would be a halt in construction if there is a shortage in diesel fuel. A lot of the construction workers drive, you know, F-250s, F-350s, big trucks that run on diesel. If there is a shortage, they cannot get to work. They will have a shortage of employees, not like they already don't, right? But yeah, there would be a shortage. So not only that, you have the diesel equipment. Your maintainers, your graders, all that equipment runs on your backhoes. All this equipment runs on diesel fuel. So there would be a halt in construction, road construction, home construction, apartment construction. All types of construction would be at a standstill if there was a shortage of diesel, because all that equipment runs on diesel. A lot of the miners use big diesel equipment, coal miners, things like that. There would be a halt or a standstill if there was a diesel shortage, because the equipment runs on diesel. And then of course you have your ships. The ships that do run on diesel, they aren't gonna be able to run anywhere if there's no diesel. So you're gonna have, you know, goods, you have food, you have all types of products that are on these cargo ships that would not be able to get from point A to point B because there is no diesel. So the whole world would basically come to a standstill if this whole diesel shortage was to come to fruition. It would pose a huge issue for the economy, for the world, for the United States. So that's why it was a big deal, and it was just brought to my attention on my other YouTube channel. So I thought I'd go ahead and speak about it on this channel as well, because it's pretty relevant. A lot of us use diesel. Most of y'all who watch my channel in some way or another have encountered diesel or used diesel on a daily basis. So that's why I thought it was important to go ahead and bring it on. It's not really a shortage, assuming, you know, all the refineries stop at once and assuming we stop importing diesel overseas. If those two were to happen, then yes, we would have a diesel shortage. The likelihood of that happening is not very likely. So it's just more, I don't know, informational, scary, I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, so just wanted to go ahead and discuss that topic because it was brought to my attention, and I just did a little bit of research and just found, you know, that's what the article was referring to, but it's not very likely. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys out to understand what was going on with this whole diesel shortage. Yes, diesel does run the world. It is very important for how we get anything and everything we have today. So that's why it is a big deal. That's why it is making headlines, because diesel is used every single day for just about every piece of our lives. So yeah, hope you got some value out of that, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any more comments or you want to add anything, drop it down below in the comments. Yeah, until next time, guys, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.